What's up, guys? It's time to shoot episode number 2 on the Raptor build. Last video we shot the install of the intake, cob intake, to be a little specific. Well, anyways, diving into it, now we're going to install the turbo inlet pipes. And I had a limited options as far as what brand to choose. We had either K&N or CVFAB. We decided to go the CVFAB route. Just give them a little shout out, and hopefully everything seems good as far as quality goes. I haven't heard anything negative reviews about them, so I'll give you a thumbs up, thumbs down. But so far the product looks good. I'm gonna show you how it looks like, how well it was packaged. Opening up the box right here. Well protected. I'll be honest, I already kind of opened the box earlier and messed with this. It's not exactly how it was packaged, but you got protection there. Cool, got the parts laid out. Driver's side, passenger side, sticker, silicone, the clamps. That's what we got, so it comes with the kit. Checking out the quality. Looks pretty decent, can't complain. Not sponsored by them, I didn't get shit for free. So this is real live testing right here, real feedback. All right, guys, now diving into the install. So looks like I'm gonna have to remove my cob intake, at least from here to here, just clear access. Ignore the baby monitor. I am being a dad right now, so baby's taking a nap, taking advantage of the time I got right now. Sure enough, you gotta disconnect there and there. I shine my light downstream. Should be another connection there. Bingo. So we're gonna start with the driver's side first, and then I'll dive into what we gotta do for the passenger side. Forgot to mention, you gotta disconnect the charge air temp. So it's off. Pretty easy, you just press a button, pull out. Nothing to it. So now it's removed. Yeah, so we got a lot more room to play with now. So I'm gonna disconnect these guys next. All right, success removing these guys. Pretty easy. You see these little tabs right here on the side. So I just went ahead and pressed these tabs, and then I pulled this back, and I just pulled up, and it came right off. I heard this one was a little tricky, the one down here, the little orange one. That's been breaking on people. I'm gonna try to just do it. If not, I have a special tool for that. So a little update. This guy gave me hell with that little orange connector. Well, it's up here now. So I did a lot of reading. That's why I couldn't find any Gen 3s on YouTube. And it turns out these are one-time use. So I had to break the tabs to take it out. Then I cut it from the side that goes to the engine. And then CVFAB supplies this silicone tubing, the one where I'm flashing the light, and then it's a little larger than the stock diameter, and then you just slip it on, put that little clamp on there, and then they gave you a little quick disconnect on this other side, which was easy to install too, a lot better than the factory ones, which is not one-time use. So yep, this guy right here was really easy. You just twist it, and then the teeth opens and closes, and then you just pull it down, and then it comes off easily. So I did have to remove the engine cover just so I could get access to this side, so I could do the cut. That was two 10mm bolts, two 10mm nuts. So I already tightened up the other side. I'm over on the passenger, so I'm just gonna show you the same thing. You just gotta pull on this cover, and then yeah, there it goes. You just gotta say peekaboo to the turbos. They're right there. You see it? See, there's a better view. You just gotta loosen that to flathead or 8mm socket with an extension and ratchet. But yeah, all I did was just pull on these flaps. So we're over on the passenger side. There's a grommet right there. He's gonna have to pull off the tube. The turbo side's already loose. All right, little update. We hooked everything up back up on the driver's side. Connected that back up. Just a clip, snap it in, push in. Pretty easy. The new hose that CVFAB provided, some clamps, new quick disconnect. What else? Oh yeah, so this had to get disconnected. That's connected back up too. And then secured to here to his little bracket, so that's done too. All right, well, so far so good. Now let's get, we took off the passenger side, so now we're gonna install the passenger side tubes. All right, this is the stock tube, passenger side. The difference, it says a little notch, a little cutout. It's the aftermarket one, it's a lot more thicker, so it's gonna split up the turbos a little bit better. Inside material, so. All right, that's it. Let it rip. All right, guys, a quick little recap. So, just gonna point out some things so you don't waste a lot of time like I did trying to do things right and not break stuff right. But after 2021 forward, they were trying to make these tamper-proof. This little orange quick disconnects or whatever. So they were made for one-time use. So we removed it from the turbo inlet pipe, right? I'm talking about the passenger side. So it took forever trying to not break it, whatever. And then after reading some forums and stuff, I came across an article or someone's post about how it's supposed to break because it's the EPA is trying to make it where it's only a one-time use. They're making it tamper-proof pretty much. So I had to break it. I went ahead and installed the one that CVFAB supplied. And so the way I took it out, the original one, I just broke the tabs and then just pulled it off. And then this is still the stock piece over here on the engine side. And what I did there is I just cut it. I just got a utility knife, cut it, and then the hose that they supplied, the CVFAB, is a little bit thicker than the original one, so it was able to slip through. And then I just put some little clamps on there. So there's one, there's another one on the other side, and that fixed that issue there. So that took a while. Another thing to know on my cob intake, struggled to get this side on because these aftermarket pipes are a lot fatter than the original ones, but got it to work. Okay, on the passenger side, what we did is we removed, we'll loosen up these clamps there and there, and then took off the pipe from that side just to give us more room when we fish this pipe down. So it was a super pain. The stock one's even a pain too, and this is even thicker, so just to fish in and out. Also, we removed these ECU connections. Technically, you only need to remove this guy. We did both because we're trying to figure it out. We're trying to give us more room. But before you do that, make sure you disconnect your ground on your battery, so you don't want to fry anything. So that was done. Also, one thing to note, these aftermarket pipes don't have the little, I guess the little insert where it goes into the, or nipple where it goes into the little grommet area. So CVFAB supplies a washer and a stud that you install on the pipe, and then a nut. So that's what that is right there. You can see I'm shining my light through it. So that's one thing to note. Same thing on the other side. Yeah, but it's kind of hard to see, but it's on that side. So a little trick, the way I did it. So have the pipe up, lean it forward towards the truck, towards the cab. Like if it's gonna hit this, like if you're connecting the pipe to that, I'll just lean it up like that, and then push down, and then tilt, and then slide in. Just work it little by little. It's gonna be a pain, but you get it down there. And then, like I mentioned, to get to the turbos, it's a little peekaboo. Just a little flap right here. You just gotta move this guy. There goes the clamp. There you go. And that's it. Slip the tube down, tying this side down, the turbo side first. And then go here, install here, put all your intake back on it and everything. I did have to disconnect the box too to give you more wiggle room. Like I said, these pipes are a lot bigger too. Everything's slipping easier. Yeah, once all that's done, then everything's tightened down. Make sure that that's tightened down to the little bracket, little stud. And fire up your truck. If you had any codes, then that's your little cheat sheet to figure out if you didn't connect something. But pretty straightforward. One connection there, another there, the CCV down there too. The air temps from the intake, charge air temps. Oh, I did disconnect that line too, just to give me more room, and I took off the cover as well. As you can see, the cover, all it is a 10 mil, has nuts. And you see the two studs. There's a stud right there, and there'll be another one on the other side. That's where the cover drops on. But yeah, that's it, man. This wraps up this video. I'll make another video of driving the truck. All right, until next time.